They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. The Ducks will put it away to start the game. And he's going to bring it up. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Golden Gophers offense will get first crack at it today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last weekend.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Personal foul.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Rob. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. On the move, it's Ford. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. So Oregon's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive court.
Grabs it up for 25 in stride. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
They'll run it on first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Cutting it close now with third and goal upcoming. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
And he's going to try to return this one. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Now on the move. Oh, he's got some space. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, it felt incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. He can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Rush is on him. Great job to get down with the slide after getting everything you could.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The give to the tailback. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds a man in the middle. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the returner is stopped. Has it back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Westbrook. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Ducks send out the punt. They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. And the roll of the dice turns up in their favor as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Well, it's not the way this quarterback wanted to go. Obviously, when you're left-handed, you don't want to be going to your right. But a nice job using his fundamentals, getting his body turned around to help him make an accurate throw.
They'll give it to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Wants to throw on first down. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you
fires one high and deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
The RPO, it's complete. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
To the air on 2nd down. He's going to let it go. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Just keep slinging it. Trying to find the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability, that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Gonna run it. It's Ford. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go. The football had time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And his throw is incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Minnesota, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Golden Gophers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying play action. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Here's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. That's reeled in. It's Brady. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
He'll take the deep shot. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they scored again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Minnesota, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We are just about ready to start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly complete.
Wow, nice job by the receiver getting out of his break, working toward the sideline, and an equally good placement with the football by the quarterback, putting it where only his guy can make the catch. You really cannot execute that out route anymore.
Runs through a tackle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Ducks are rolling down the field. Makes the catch. It's Moffitt. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. They'll run it from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon! These guys wanted to make a statement. The statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Minnesota, 0.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They want to run it left here. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game,
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And your Oregon Ducks will take over.
2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. It's complete to the left. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Snags it down the right side. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants,
Breaks into the open. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
a lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead. They're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protect.
Ducks made the grab and took it on in for the score. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Power football with the run. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Using his legs, it's Ford. Past the first down marker and still running. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Shut down and shut out in the first half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ford.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt teams 6 times tonight. Here's the punt high into the air. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Snagged out of the air. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you
picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing a big turnover. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So 1st down will open up the final period. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, and whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Clinton. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And if if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The sure hands, it's Moffitt.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Pulls and fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Oh, he makes the catch. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Oh, they're after him. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun to give to the back. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And the Golden Gophers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. He gets him at the 21, but a big play there to get away from the shadow of the goalpost. They picked up 15. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. To the air. It's Clinton. Looking left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Wants to throw again. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense.
Timeout, Oregon.
Ready to fire from the pistol. The give and tick, 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 tick. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. At the 35, he's loose. Got a lot of room to the right. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Minnesota, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking downfield, it's Clinton. Fires to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got the quick completion. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Takes a shot. Finds his man. It's Love. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Finds the tight end. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve improve, you know at the end of the season I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.